The untimely passing of David Wilcock and 11 other missing or unalived ufologists in the zero point energy field or NASA scientists, JPL laboratories, you name it. There's been lots of conversation regarding the UFO disclosure and this greater agenda that's being taken place here when we have Tim Burchett talking about all of these things. We have Anna Paulina Luna coming out in various different meetings and announcements stating about UFOs and the unidentified objects, not just in the sky, but under the water. And David Wilcock speaking on many different eras of disclosure and how the level of disclosure will awaken humanity to a higher level of consciousness. All of these things tie back to something very intimate and very close to what I've been talking about for so many years. And I do have a thought and I do have a theory, and I hope you're here to join it with me because I think this is the most logical and reasonable solution. And I know it's going to be a little bit out there, but I think that this actually has some legs to move. So if this is the first time joining Break the Chains Media, smash that thumbs up button. Be a part of the Chain Breakers here on Break the Chains Media. And I hope to see you in the comments below. And let me know your thoughts down there. Because Donald Trump has been speaking about the opening and disclosing of the alien files. And we're gonna disclose the UFO files. Everything's gonna be out there. We'll show the public, and it's all here. We've been a long time coming, right? Trump announces to declassify alleged alien-related files that has reignited conspiracy theorists in the public intrigue. And not just this energy coming out. This was just a few days ago on April 18th, 2026. He's been talking about disclosure. David Wilcock and so many other individuals, Stephen Greer, all very, very many different institutions of people. Bob Lazar, lots of people in this UFO community are talking about aliens, UFOs for decades. And when's the UFO disclosure going to come from the government? Okay, what's this big hullabaloo all about? Well, folks, I do think that the disclosure that they are going to try to push on the American public and the world will be a false flag operation. Now, when I say false flag operation, hear me out, because I'm not saying that it's fake aliens or it's alien genetic human hybrids or whatever Matt Gaetz was talking about, right? And I'm not discrediting that. Very well could be true, because this alien hybrid program is a conversation to be had. But what I am addressing is the Project Bluebeam, a narrative. The fact that this, and for those who aren't aware, Project Bluebeam talks about a global projection in the sky, or a global an entity that the entire world sees in the sky that shows that there's a benevolent being or a benevolent creator or whatever, however you want to, whether you want to tie it into religion or you want to tie it to UFO, whether you want to tie it to UFOs, you name it. But Project Bluebeam is to disclose that there is another form of life beyond us, and as humanity, we have to rally together to fight this alien threat, as to quote Ronald Reagan during his time trying to promote the Star Wars program back in the 80s. But hear me out. This ties in with the Iran war. This ties in with Russia, China. It's very intimately tied with geopolitics. And I do believe that there is a reason why Donald Trump is targeting the Strait of Hormuz, targeting the oil production, redirecting oil facilities here with Venezuela back to the United States, trying to network with Greenland, trying to build out this resurgence of the global unipolar power that America once had on the world. And I do believe that Donald Trump's agenda to bring America into the fold of the top economic and industrial powerhouse, whether it be oil, infrastructure, manufacturing, you name it, is to keep Russia and China on their back foot when it comes to the quote-unquote disclosure. Now, what kind of disclosure are we talking about here, folks? The disclosure of, oh, there's extraterrestrial life. Okay, that's not going to really shake anyone's feathers. That's not really going to, make anyone, lose their mind. Because I think to a lot of degree, a lot of people are kind of warmed up to the fact that, yeah, there's probably other kind of life somewhere else in this galaxy. Sure. Stephen Greer talks about this. David Wilcock talks about this. Various different individuals have talked about this for a long time. Bob Lazar, Bob Lazar worked on classified projects back in the early 80s, okay? And Stephen Greer's been trying to brief president after president since Bill Clinton on the disclosure of alien presence, right? We're not talking about real, authentic, aliens that could be traveling the distant stars to come visit us and abduct humans, or the typical old school tropes of the 90s and early 2000s of the farmers getting the farmer's daughter being abducted, or the farmer being probed in the middle of the night, that kind of stuff. That's not what I'm saying. I do believe that the United States has a secret black budget program that has been building out and manufacturing alien technology. Now, alien technology doesn't necessarily mean little green men and flying saucers. It means foreign technology that the United States and the world are not aware of. So, this multi-trillion-dollar black budget program that has been being funded through the United States, whether it be through laundering or through fraud or through any other various means of shuffling off American tax dollars into black budget programs to fund these kind of dark ops and ultra top secret ops, building advanced gravitic propulsion, zero-point energy production, and many different institutions of alien technology. Okay? This is the alien disclosure. Okay? Now, what better opportunity for the United States and for America to stand there when we have disclosure, when this foreign technology gets unveiled to the world? What better time would it be to have the United States controlling the flow of oil, controlling the industries, controlling the economy, putting China on their back foot, putting Russia on their back foot, global conflict, right? What better time to disclose an advanced militarized technology that we could claim as alien, but in reality, it's the United States black budget super secret covert op program that is being disclosed to the world. Now, will the United States claim that that's extraterrestrials? Will they claim that it is a foreign adversary, an extraterrestrial threat that we have to unify on? That is to be determined. We're not aware, and this is my thought. It could work two ways. We could have the United States coming out and claiming that it is a foreign threat, and we have to all work together to build our efforts towards this common enemy, right? Using the Ronald Reagan Star Wars trope narrative, or the United States could quite literally disclose it as it being our own anti-gravitic, zero-point energy, non-conventional form of propulsion, non-conventional form of militarized tactics, and use it against our adversaries in China or Iran or Russia or what have you, if and when the war escalates, if and when that war heats up. Okay, this is my thought, and this is what I did postulate this on Timcast IRL, and I spoke, and I don't know if I really actually made my question or made my postulation clear, but I do believe the United States is funneling trillions of dollars into black budget programs to build this technology, and that is why these 11 missing ufologists and missing JPL, scientists have either gone missing or found unalived. That is why we are seeing this heightened level of conspiracy forming around these untimely deaths, like David Wilcock and like this other 34-year-old young scientist who was talking about zero-point energy or anti-gravitics. So I do believe that the United States does have this type of technology, and they are going to disclose it as a alien technology. Now, take that word alien with a grain of salt, whatever have you. It might, they might pretend and they might use it as a modern day Project Bluebeam. We don't have to have the hologram in the sky anymore because we actually have the tech now. So when we see something foreign flying in our skies and the United States say, well, that's not ours. Oh no, like that's not ours. Wink, wink. I don't know what that could be. I guess we have to build up our military to defend against it. You know, it's almost like, and it's actually very, very poetic, because the SPLC, Southern Poverty Law Center, just got indicted on 11 counts of fraud in many different ways, funding their adversaries, funding those that they are intentionally trying to defend against, right? The SPLC was funding white nationalists and extremist groups to validate their position and fund their own services, right? So take that and scale that up into a global scale initiative, right? What perfect opportunity for the United States to be funding their own process of alien tech, and then claiming it is a foreign adversary, an extraterrestrial threat, while the whole time it being their own tech. And at the same time, controlling the Strait of Hormuz, controlling the war in Iran, putting China and Russia in a weakened economic state, running the world's global oil economy. What a perfect time for the United States to disclose an advanced technology to the world than this. So, with that being said, folks, that's just my thoughts. That's my 2 cents on the topic. You know, rest in peace, David Wilcock. It's a tragedy that he decided to, take his own life due to his mental health struggles. But this larger conversation about the ufologists and these alien researchers and the advanced technology researchers being disappeared or unalived, this brings up the larger conversation that I had regarding this, regarding Project Bluebeam, regarding the alien disclosure threat. And I do think that there is a larger movement at play. So when we're looking at the geopolitics and the growing conflict around the world, understand that there are thoughts and there are movements happening behind the scenes that might be moving to a larger narrative, a global unification, a global new world order, as they like to say. So with that being said, folks, I appreciate you being here on Break the Chains Media. Smash that thumbs up button, share this with all your friends and family, and we'll see you next time. Fight for freedom and never give up.